Hey guys, my name is Luke Cherry, and I'm a student ministries pastor here at North Coast Church at the Carlsbad campus. And I'm bringing you the third commandment today, coming from Exodus chapter 20, verse 7. This is what it says: "You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name." Now, I gotta say, growing up, I had this one nailed. I was like the Lord's name in vain police. If any of my friends dropped, "Oh my God," or "Jesus Christ this or that," if I heard my grandma slipping up in the kitchen making dinner, I was just all over all of them. But I think that there might be a little bit more depth to this verse than just the literal use of God's name out of context in like a swear or curse word or whatever. The first thing that comes to mind is the way that we talk in our speech. For me personally, I'm super sarcastic, overly sarcastic. I get it. I have like this coping mechanism. If I feel any awkwardness, I just fill it with humor. And I can definitely lob words around carelessly. And I think in a lot of ways, like when it comes down to representing the family name or the name of God, I can pull that in a little bit and understand that my words mean a lot. And I want to extend that to you as well, wherever you find yourself, whether it's on, maybe you're coaching a child's team, you're on a field or in a neighborhood or at work, like understanding that our words carry a lot of weight to tell everyone what the name of our God is all about. Secondly, thing that pops into my head is actions. My family and I, we have this guilty pleasure of watching reality TV, like competition series, like survival TV series. And there's always like a token Jesus follower on each season. And most of the time, it's super cringy. This Jesus follower will be running around trying to hook up with everybody, getting overly competitive and angry, and the things that come out of their mouth. So whether speech or actions, it's really hard. I'll find myself melting into the couch, just thinking this person is representing the name of God. And it makes me think of myself, because oftentimes I will misrepresent what God's all about just by the way I'm acting. And I want to throw that out to you too, like just understanding that you are shining lights in the world to represent who God is. And if your actions don't follow, then it throws people into confusion. Now, this one's kind of interesting, but I was thinking even how we enter into spaces in worship to God. I'll find myself, like the greatest thing about North Coast is we're casual, comfortable, come as you are, grab your drink and pastry as you head into the service. But I was thinking like a lot of times we'll be halfway through a song and I'm engaged in meaningless chatter. I'll be distracted by my phone. I'll be mixing my overly caffeinated espresso drink. And I think that even in moments of this worship, like I can uphold the name of God and understand that there should be a reverence to how we worship God. And this happens at home too, where I will get wrapped up in schedules and busyness and distraction, but realizing just how important it is to revere God's name and have strict boundaries over that silence and solitude that I can have with God. And overall, the last thing I want to bring up is I think God's name can often be tarnished in the world, and God is going to defend himself for sure. But I think also we can be truth tellers out there in the world to set people onto what God's all about. As an example, if I hear someone lobbing out there that God's in the business of sending people to hell or this or that, I would love to swoop in and say God is in the business of love and life and bringing that abundantly. And he's a God of forgiveness. So no matter what you've done or gone through, God is here for you. And there's different ways that we can speak in love. We don't have to be the weird guy in the corner yelling at everybody, but we can definitely speak in love and truth and just in defense of God's name. So overall, I hope that you can maybe take a look at yourself and see how you uphold speech and action to represent the name of God. I hope this is challenging on some level. Thanks so much for having me, and I'll see you next time.